Hey guys, you're back with Captain Gary again. We're back on this lake that I haven't fished in over 20 years until just earlier. You may have saw that episode. I brought my son-in-law today, the Bass Master. We're going to give it a try. We're going to do everything we can to show you a big fish. Stay tuned. Hopefully this will be a lot of fun.
It's a fact. A&B Lawn and Landscape in Millersburg is known for their property management and landscaping. They've been in business since 2000. They feature mushroom compost, perfect around trees and in your garden, boulders, landscape stone, river rock, 73 limestone, building pads, shredded topsoil, and more. No load is too big or too small at A&B Lawn and Landscape in Millersburg.
Hey, welcome to One Stop Furniture and Mattress. You've come to the right place. Here at One Stop Furniture, we offer everything from dining rooms, living rooms, bedrooms, including mattresses, and so much more. We really are your one-stop shop for all of your home needs. And your biggest benefit, besides excellent prices, we hold inventory of most items and we'll sell to you straight off the showroom floor. No waiting months for your order. Give us a call at 574-322-2012.
Hi, it's Captain Gary. You caught your fish of a lifetime, and now you're wondering what to do. Make sure you go see my friends at Ron's Taxidermy in Union, Michigan. Trust me when I tell you he is the best. With over 15 mounts to his credit that are hanging in my office and at my house, Ron is the only person I trust when it comes to a fish of a lifetime. Hey, it's Captain Gary here. Not only will you find me in a boat, you'll always find me in the fall in my deer stand. After I get my deer and it's time to have it processed, I always go to my friends, Dennis Miller at Willow Valley Trades in Shipshewana, Indiana. Trust me when I tell you, the best venison sticks for a snack are always found at Willow Valley Trades. They are delicious, and you be sure to tell Dennis Captain Gary sent you.
Breakfast never tasted so authentic at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill. In a hurry? Stop in for our breakfast burrito and coffee to go. Made with the freshest ingredients and paired with our special Monterey Blend coffee. Call to order and pick up on your way to work or school at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill in Mishawaka.
Before boarding your pet, visit T&B White's Pet Motel and Grooming in Bristol. At T&B White's, they have 26 state-of-the-art kennels. All floors have radiant heat for your pet's comfort, central air in the summer, and a roof over the outside runs to protect against the elements. At T&B White's, you'll find cat boarding and 2 full-time groomers that will absolutely spoil your pet. Visit T&B White's Pet Motel and Grooming in Bristol.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is our first cast. Let's see how we do. Let's get this boat turned around. See what happens tonight. Once again, I'm just throwing my favorite bait. My favorite start out bait for bass. Now on this episode, I think they should be up in the shallows. Now watch me be completely wrong like I was last time, and they'll actually be on the drop-offs. We're gonna give it a try. Let's see what we find out here today. There were quite a few boats leaving when we got here, and there's some guys out here. This is probably some heavy fishing pressure. So let's see what difference that makes also. All right, there's tons of crappie out here, so I put on a crappie bait. Look what I got. Tried crappie fishing. Got my favorite. Look at this dink. Well, you know what I got to do to him. He's got to, nasty. He's got to grow up. Guys, there's crappie everywhere. We just found some crappie. There's my favorite crappie bait. See that little spinner? Oh, they love that. But I'm catching bass. Here we go. I'm getting back in the water. Cannot believe that was a bass. I mean, there are crappie jumping every direction of this boat right now. And how I caught a bass, I'm not sure. Ashley just got one. I don't know if it's a crappie or a bass. What is it, Brooke?
I don't know. It feels more like a bass, but
Feels like a bass again. We're in our crappie spot.
That's a bass.
It's another bass?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
It's a baby. But it is.
Well, we're used to you catching babies.
Yeah.
So all these crappie are everywhere, and apparently, remember, figure out patterns.
Don't get me. Let me take this off.
Apparently what happened was these bass are so interested in all these minnows, they just joined the crappie.
Thanks. Yeah, the crappie are back there now. Thanks, Ethan. You're great.
Well, let's keep crappie fishing and we'll catch some more bass, guys. That's what's gonna happen.
Unless you're Ethan.
Sometimes we'll take accidental fishing, it's okay. We started out bass fishing, crappie are feeding all around us. Now we're catching bass. Maybe if we'd have started out crappie fishing, we'd have caught monster bass. Go with the flow, people. I'm telling you, just go with whatever is biting.
Here we go. This
Got
is a
him?
little baby. This is embarrassing.
Well, top water's working. Top water's working. Ethan just missed one. Top water's starting to work. Here we go. I mean, that's not that bad of a bass. Yeah. Top water's working, guys. Here we go. Top water is working. Let's get another one on top water. Here we go.
Come on, little guy.
Actually, that is a healthy. That fish is actually not that small. It's a keeper.
Well, great height. I'm not getting it.
Looks like Ethan will have to do it again for you.
He didn't actually.
Show the fish. Let's see the fish.
That's a baby.
Yeah, but that's a keeper. I mean, give him a kiss.
No.
Kiss him so he'll grow.
He's okay.
No deal. So what we're doing now is it is getting, as you can see, it is getting dark. We're top watering. Let's see what happens here. Now, when I'm top watering, I keep this boat moving because you want to cover ground. If these fish are going to hit, they're going to hit. There's no need to sit in one spot all night. So like right now, I'm moving like almost a mile an hour. Now I won't keep that pace. I'll slow down a little bit, but right there is pretty good. We'll just keep top watering. There's no need to sit in one spot when you're running top water baits. If they want it, they'll come out and they'll hit it. Ethan had one. They're starting to bite. It's getting dark. They're coming out. They're hungry. Here we go. Let me get the boat turned a little bit, not we're around there. If you only fish in the daytime, you are missing it, because I'm not a huge bass fisherman, as you've heard me say before. But I love topwatering for bass. This is fun.
Breakfast never tasted so authentic at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill. Sample one of our sizzling breakfast skillets topped with 2 eggs cooked your way. And don't forget to pair that with our specially made Monterey Blend coffee, freshly made to dine in or have catered at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill in Mishawaka.
Hi, it's Pastor Gary Sheets, and I want to tell you about my friends over at GasPumpFreedom.com. That's GasPumpFreedom.com. Did you realize you can lower your fuel bill by up to 20% and reduce emissions by up to 80%? How's it possible? Look over at my friends at GasPumpFreedom.com and their incredible Accelerate fuel tabs. You'll be glad you did.
If you need help hauling your classic vehicle anywhere in the United States, there's only one name to consider. That name? Gary Strait of StraightRoads.com. Gary Strait. He drives all over this great land of ours. I guess you could say he's an outdoor addict. Check him out, won't you? Enclosed vehicle transport at its finest. StraightRoads.com. That's StraightRoads.com. Are you a part of a small or large group looking for transportation to an exciting event or intriguing location? Well, look no further than Crossroad Tours in Shipshewana. Wi-Fi, onboard electric, and movies. 24, 44, and even 56 passenger buses. They're all waiting for you. Perfect for colleges and universities as well. Crossroad Tours in Shipshewana. Check them out online at crossroadbus.com. Dutchman Hunting Supplies in Shipshewana is your home for quality firearms, ammo, fishing, archery, tree stands, clothing, optics, and everything outdoors. Get fantastic value when you shop great name brands like Bowtech, Hoyt, Matthews, Savage, Winchester, Browning, and many more. Visit Dutchman Hunting Supplies at 8435 West US 20 in Shipshewana. Call 260-768-3283. That's 260-768-3283.
Brooke needs to be throwing that little Clio.
Come on, hit again, baby. Okay. Scared him away.
Oh, I just missed one. Wow. There goes the heron, if you guys hear that. He's not happy about that miss. That must have been a dink. I don't miss fish, so it had to be a dink. Had to be a baby. Nighttime bass fishing. If you and Ethan would quit missing them all.
Okay, I've caught more fish than anybody else, so I don't want to hear it.
Well, we legit had a triple, but we all failed.
How deep is it out here?
Don't know. I'm just throwing the baits into the shallows, hoping for a monster. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest tonight, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Oh, fish on! Oh, I missed him. I totally missed him. Duh! Blah! Yeah, we are Once again, another episode of How Not to Fish with Captain Gary. Wow. He absolutely hit that right by the boat. I'm telling you, it gets fun because you really start fishing by feel and sound. Ashley always fishes by sound when we're nighttime fishing. But I'll tell you what, it is a rush when they hit right next to the boat like that. Woo! That will wake you up from a sound sleep. Believe it or not, we actually do well doing this sometimes. We don't miss them so bad.
Do you have a fancy farm girl in your life? Then discover the Fancy Farm Girl Boutique on the upper level inside Yoder's Red Barn Shops in beautiful Shipshewana. The Fancy Farm Girl Boutique has a heart for our locals, and we love our tourists. Check out the trendy but modest women's styles, from the popular denim skirts, classy conceal carry handbags, Roma boots, and exclusive Kinsley Armel jewelry, to locally crafted wood signs, jewelry, and apparel. The Fancy Farm Girl Boutique, in style and down home.
Breakfast never tasted so authentic at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill. In a hurry? Stop in for our breakfast burrito and coffee to go. Made with the freshest ingredients and paired with our special Monterey Blend coffee. Call to order and pick up on your way to work or school at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill in Mishawaka.
Hi, it's Pastor Gary Sheets, and I want to tell you about my friends over at GasPumpFreedom.com. That's GasPumpFreedom.com. Did you realize you can lower your fuel bill by up to 20% and reduce emissions by up to 80%? How's it possible? Look over at my friends at GasPumpFreedom.com and their incredible Accelerate fuel tabs. You'll be glad you did.
At Tackle Shack in Middlebury, the knowledgeable staff, superior service, and high-end fishing baits, lures, and accessories are what they're known for. From Garmin's real-time live scan sonar to Megabass, Kitech brands, Shimano reels, and G Loomis rods. At Tackle Shack, they also install what they sell in their very own facility. Trust the pros at Tackle Shack when you stop by at 304 North Main in Middlebury. Visit them online as well. Tackle Shack, fish on.
Hi, it's Captain Gary. You caught your fish of a lifetime, and now you're wondering what to do. Make sure you go see my friends at Ron's Taxidermy in Union, Michigan. Trust me when I tell you he is the best. With over 15 mounts to his credit that are hanging in my office and at my house, Ron is the only person I trust when it comes to a fish of a lifetime.
It's a fact. A&B Lawn and Landscape in Millersburg is known for their property management and landscaping. They've been in business since 2000. They feature mushroom compost, perfect around trees and in your garden, boulders, landscape stone, river rock, 73 limestone, building pads, shredded topsoil, and more. No load is too big or too small at A&B Lawn and Landscape in Millersburg.
Breakfast never tasted so authentic at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill. Sample one of our sizzling breakfast skillets topped with 2 eggs cooked your way. And don't forget to pair that with our specially made Monterey Blend coffee. Freshly made to dine in or have catered at Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill in Mishawaka.
Okay guys, so here's what happened. We finished up a very late night bass fishing last night. Quit about midnight. My daughter got a few more. I still continued to miss a couple. But anyways, right now we are downtown Frankenmuth, Michigan. It was time for a little getaway for my wife and I. So what I did was I got online, checked out what kind of fish are in this river. We've been here a few times and walked over this river. I've never fished here, but literally we're right downtown. I'm gonna start with the rattle trap. In Michigan, you know, this is my bait in so many places, especially in Michigan. I know there's smallmouth and pike in here. Let's give it a try and see what we get. want to go back to the story I was telling you guys about. So many people say, yeah, but you have a boat and I don't. That's why you catch all these fish. Trust me, for years I never had a boat. Funny story. Kim and I were married at 19 years old, right out of high school. And we both love kids. And we wanted a big family. But I said to her, we're not going to have kids until I get a boat. As soon as I get a boat, then we'll worry about having kids. So I was a concrete finisher. That company's still in business, D&D Concrete, over in Granger. I worked for them, learned a trade. But anyways, I came home from work one day to our apartment complex we were living in, and my mother-in-law and my wife met me in the parking lot. And you got to remember, I'm exhausted from being a concrete finisher all day. Last thing on my mind, Kim hands me a little boat, seriously like this big, little bitty bass boat. And I was like, what's the deal? And she goes, here's your boat. I said, what are you talking about? I was oblivious to that. She said, you said we can't have a kid till you have a boat. So there's your boat, because I'm pregnant. And then Matt was born. That's how that went. So that was a pretty funny deal. I guess I got my boat back then anyways. We're going to keep fishing. I still believe there's a monster smallmouth in here. At this point, even like a 5-inch smallmouth, I will call a monster. I'm even pumped over rock bass. Let's see what happens. Okay guys, so the biggest question I get asked everywhere I go literally is, but what if we don't own a boat? We always see you, Captain Gary, in a boat. Here's the deal. I have fished for years without a boat. And one way I do it is just like we're doing right here. We're downtown Frankenmuth, and I found these guys fishing today.
Yeah.
You're the local expert.
Yeah.
Tell us about last night and what you caught.
Well, last night me and my dad went downriver about 1.5 miles. I was just throwing a wacky rig with a little bullet weight on it.
Stop! Did you hear that? Wacky rig. You guys who watch this show every week, what's one of my favorite baits? Wacky rig. All right, sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
And then I caught 6 smallies. Started off hot, caught 4 in one location.
Wow.
Just in the middle, like on some grass.
That's awesome.
Because it's only like 4 or 5 feet down there.
Sweet.
And then caught 2 more later in the night coming back down here. Caught those on a spinnerbait.
And the one was a monster.
Yeah, I caught a 4-pounder.
4-pound
That was on the wacky
smallmouth
rig.
right here, not far from downtown Frankenmuth. By the way, what's you guys' names?
I'm Elijah.
Elijah?
My name's Zach.
Zach and Elijah, local fishing experts right here in Frankenmuth. This is how you find these guys. Just start walking the river. You'll run into somebody fishing. I'm glad to meet you guys. Hey, real quick, show us. Can you put a little line on there. I want you guys to see this bait. This is a classic. Now, there's a little history with this bait, right?
Yeah.
Tell us that story.
I was looking through my grandpa's tackle box the other day, and I just found this in there. Don't know what it's called or anything, but so I just decided to throw it on here and threw this little fluke on here.
Sweet.
I'm gonna try to catch one. Haven't caught one yet, but.
All right, well, at the moment, we're going opposite directions. I'm going that way. Is that north?
I have no clue. Let's just say it is.
We'll just call it north, guys. Nobody's gonna fact check us because we're just here, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna head that way. We're gonna call. Actually, I bet that's east. We're gonna head east. They're heading west. We might meet back up a little bit. We'll check back in, see how you guys did. Maybe I can find one of these giant smallmouth in this river.
Yes,
hey, thanks a lot for talking to us tonight.
Yep.
Local experts right here. Again, downtown Frankenmuth. Everybody else is looking for Santa Claus and cheese. We're fishing. We're going to hopefully find some smallmouth. Good luck to you guys. Thanks a lot for
Nice
talking
meeting
to
you.
us tonight. Whoa, bug out of luck. We're good. Thank you. You guys keep watching. Stay tuned. We're going to see what we can find. Could it be that I end the trip with another fish? Don't get in those rocks. Don't get in those rocks. Come on. Oh. Did you guys see that? Little smallmouth. They fight. They seriously fight like they're king salmon. He absolutely nailed that. He went right underneath those rocks. I know you can't see him. There's a ton of rocks right there. He went right under it, jumped back up through the bait. Ah, that was fun though. I think these smallmouth are all the same size. Dinks. Man, he hit that bait hard. I mean, he absolutely nailed that bait. That little Cleo. Little smallmouth. They fight like there's no tomorrow. That was actually a lot of fun. There's so many rocks right here. He went right underneath them. Smart fish. Hopefully he'll grow up to be a big fish if he stays smart like that. It is amazing. That's one reason I love smallmouth, even if they're dinks. Ah, we got a boat leaving, the steamboat's leaving. Even if they're dinks, they fight so hard. These river smallmouth. Last year when I caught that 6.4 pounder, I'll tell you what. Woo! That fish, I didn't know if I'd even get him in. He fought so hard. But I am so glad that one's on the wall. What fun. What fun. That little, oh, I got something here. This is the biggest of the day coming in. I mean, this is nice. Look at this one, folks. I mean, that is a big one. Wow. That's a good catch right there. That's 30 inches long. That smallmouth fights harder than that stick did, I'll tell you that. We're gonna wrap up fishing. It's time for Kim to go do some shopping. Having fun in Frankenmuth. Have a blessed day.